What destroys kingdoms faster? The sword? Or the tongue? What breaks villages apart? The strike of war drums? Or the whispers of pride? Some say, a warrior can win battles, but only wisdom wins peace. And so, this story begins. Long ago, beyond wide rivers and mountains dressed in mist, two villages lived side by side. Obade and Okuta, neighbors in land, enemies in heart. Their fields touched, but their spirits clashed. One harvest was shared in joy, the next stolen in blood. Children grew up knowing songs of war before songs of cradle. Fathers sharpened spears more often than hoes. Mothers wailed into the night, their tears the only rain on barren soil. For years, they fought, horn against horn, like rams on a hilltop. Their pride locked, and slowly, their strength withered. One night, under the wide baobab tree, a secret council was held. The elders of Obade sat on one side, the elders of Okuta on the other. The air was heavy. Even the night birds hushed. At last, the oldest elder spoke. "Brothers," he said, "we are two horns locked in endless struggle. If we continue, we will break each other. But perhaps there is another way." He spoke of a marriage between the son of Okuta's chief and the daughter of Obade's chief. Not just a union of man and woman, but of two broken villages. A bridge across the river of blood. A path to heal the land. The chiefs agreed, but their hearts were not at peace. For a marriage is easy to announce. Peace is not so easy to keep. News of the marriage spread. Some villagers cheered. Others scoffed. How can a bride end wars where spears have failed? How can one woman carry the burden of generations? But the decision was made. The daughter of Obade would be given. Her name was Amara. Amara was not like other brides. She was gentle, yet her eyes carried storms. She had grown watching men fall in battle, watching women wail in grief. And she vowed, if she ever had power, she would use it to heal. Now, that vow would be tested. The night before the wedding, Amara sat alone. Her hands traced the white beads her mother gave her. Beads of peace. Beads of hope. Her heart beat heavy. She whispered to the wind, "How can I bring peace where even the elders have failed? How can I mend hatred woven into the bones of men?" Her mother entered quietly. She sat beside her. "My child," she said, "peace is not carried in weapons. It is carried in hearts. Tomorrow, walk not as a wife alone. Walk as a bridge. And remember, even the smallest bridge can carry the weight of armies." Amara closed her eyes. She held her mother's words like a flame in the dark. But not all wished for peace. Across the river in Okuta, warriors gathered in whispers. "This marriage is weakness," they spat. "Better to fight until the last spear is broken than bow to Obade." One warrior clenched his fist. "If the bride crosses into Okuta, we will remind her. Some wounds do not heal with songs." Their words lingered like smoke. Their anger hung like storm clouds. And dawn was coming fast. The sky painted itself gold. Drums began to beat. Women sang in Obade, preparing the bride. Amara was dressed in white cloth, her hair adorned with cowrie shells, her feet bare to touch the soil of her ancestors. Children danced before her. Old women all related. But beneath the songs, fear lurked. Would Okuta accept her? Would this be peace? Or another trap in the circle of hate? At the border, the two chiefs stood waiting. Obade's chief, her father. Okuta's chief, her father-in-law. The people gathered like waves. The air trembled with expectation. The staffs were lifted. The time has come, they declared. Let the daughter of Obade become the bride of Okuta. Let war be buried. Let peace be born. But from the Okuta side, a voice rose in anger. This marriage is a lie. No bride can wash away blood. The crowd erupted. Some cheered. Some cursed. Hands gripped spears. Eyes burned. Amara froze. Her heart pounded. She raised her hands. Palms open. Her voice, steady but tender, rose. Brothers, sisters, I am not here to erase the past. I am here to plant a future. If women can carry life and death, surely we can carry peace. The crowd hushed. Some nodded. Others scowled. But for that moment, no spear was raised. The chiefs declared the marriage would proceed. But doubts lingered like shadows. That night, at the chief's compound, feast preparations filled the air. Goats tethered. Palm wine flowing. Drums of union. But in corners, whispers grew. This marriage is weakness. This bride will curse us. Amara heard them. Each word pierced like a thorn. She sat alone. Moonlight silver above her. The chief's wife, her mother-in-law, stepped from the shadows. Her eyes sharp. Her voice like a hawk. Child, she said. Peace is not sung in one night. It is a drumbeat. Steady, patient, endless. Tomorrow the people will test you. Do not stumble. For in you they will see either hope or failure. Amara bowed her head. Her heart trembled. But her resolve grew. The feast began. Villagers gathered beneath palm leaf canopies. Plates of yam. Bowls of stew. Calabashes of wine. At the center, Amara and her husband. Symbols of fragile peace. But some warriors sat apart. Arms folded. Eyes sharp. They refused the food. They refused the song. One warrior rose. Chiefs, my brother's blood stains the soil. My father's bones lie unburied. And you tell me yam and wine will erase it? No. This marriage is a trap. The crowd erupted. Agreement. Protest. Drums faltered. Children cried. Amara rose. She lifted a calabash. Poured the wine onto the earth. Dark and rich. This wine was sweet. But once poured, can it be gathered again? No. So it is with blood. It seeps into the soil. It cannot be undone. But on this soil, new life can grow. Perhaps peace will be its fruit. The crowd fell silent. Some nodded. Some scowled. But no one moved to fight. The sun sank. The drums played softly. But in the shadows, warriors whispered still. Tomorrow, they muttered, the bride will see. That peace cannot be forced. At dawn, the wedding rites began. Libation poured. Prayers rose. Songs filled the air. Though tension sharpened every note. Then came the gift. Cattle. Cloth. Yams. But one warrior refused. His chest bare. His spear glinting. My gift was stolen already. My brother's life. No bride can return it. Amara stepped forward. Her voice steady. Brother, you are right. I cannot return his life. But hatred will give you only more grief. Let me give you what I can. A chance for no more brothers to fall. The warrior trembled. Then sat. But the test was not over. The elders called her to the market square. Both villages gathered. One by one, voices rose. A widow from Obade. Her face gaunt, her eyes red. You call yourself peace. My husband lies in the ground. Will you raise him for me? Amara bowed her head. I cannot raise the dead. But I can carry your sorrow with my own. And I can ensure no other wife weeps as you do. The widow wept. Her eyes softened. Next came a young man of Okuta. His leg twisted from battle. His staff heavy. My youth was stolen. What will you return? Amara touched his staff. Brother, I cannot give back your youth. But your wound will become a shield. Every child who grows in peace will owe you thanks. His anger dimmed. Then came the children. Wide-eyed. Barefoot. Bright, will we still hear war drums at night? Will our fathers still live and not return? Tears filled Amara's eyes. No, children. Not if I can help it. You are the reason I stand here. Not for goats. Not for pride. But for you. The crowd hushed. Her words flowed like water over stone, wearing doubt away. But then, a storm broke. Thunder growled. Dark clouds rolled. The ancestors are angry, some cried. Peace is cursed, whispered others. Hope wavered. Amara had softened hearts. But the chiefs, pillars of pride, remained unmoved. Obade's chief, her father, clenched his staff. I will not bow to Okuta. Better word than shame. Okuta's chief bristled. If you call peace a chain, then you are no father, but a fire that burns your own child. The crowd gasped. The chiefs glared. Amara's heart pounded. She stepped between them. If neither of you will yield, then let me give one last gift. She lifted her necklace. The white beads from her mother. Symbols of peace. She placed them on the ground. If peace cannot live here, then let me break it now. She raised a stone. The people cried out. Her husband seized her hand. Amara, do not. Tears streamed down her cheeks. Then tell me, husband, what seed grows when chiefs sowed the earth with pride? Silence. Her father raised his staff. The air froze. Would he strike? But his eyes filled with tears. His staff slipped. It struck the earth and split. He fell to his knees. My daughter, how can I strike you? If peace is what you choose, then let it be so. The chiefs embraced. The people roared. That night, fires burned bright. Not of war, but of celebration. Children sang. Mothers danced with babies on their backs. Fathers stamped and clapped. Amara sat quietly, her husband's hand in hers, watching her people laugh. Together, her heart swelled. For this was the dream she carried. And now, it was real. Seasons passed. The peace held. The land healed. Yams grew thick. Rivers filled with fish. Markets bustled with trade. Children from Obade and Okuta played together in the fields, no longer asking, are you from here or there? But only, will you play with me? And Amara, she grew into legend. Her story traveled across mountains, across rivers, into distant lands. They called her not just a bride, but a bridge. Not just a woman, but a river. not just a daughter, but a mother of peace. And so the tale was passed on, from elder to child, from fire to fire. So now I ask you, when pride rises, will you lock horns like the goats, or will you plant peace, as Amara did? For the smallest bridge can carry the weight of armies, and the quietest voice can silence the drums of war. The choice is ours. The time is now.